What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Spencer. If you didn't watch my earlier video, yeah, I'm just finishing up Raid Raptors and ABC Cyber Dragon today. I took them to competitive to play hopefully against meta, and I will show you some meta matchups. And then afterwards, I'll show you kind of the other duels that I accumulated along the way, and hopefully you guys will enjoy that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. We will start off against Drytron. So, thing is about this deck is that triple tactical talents is, first of all, great for ABC Cyber Dragon. I'm sure I will show that at some point in this video. That card makes a huge difference for sure. Definitely helps, the power gap. And obviously, it's an amazing card. But, the matchup against Drytron is okay. It's not amazing. This player was actually really good. He opened triple tactical talents, I think, in all three of our games. So that was super hard to deal with. But that's okay. So I had the extender there. I can go into the ABC Dragon Buster. So I have all forms of my disruption here, which is very cool because I can go into Appaloosa using, the Rampage that I just sent. He goes straight for the Red Eyes Fusion. That's fine. Triple Tactical Talents. He's going to take control or attempt to. And I'm going to negate that thinking like, okay. Now I feel pretty good because all he's going to have Drytron monsters next. But no, he has two Triple Tactical Talents. Unreal, right? Unreal. Pretty good. But I did use the negate effect, so he can't use that anymore, which is very nice. He's going to be able to attack, obviously, but I'll be okay otherwise. Plus, I'm going to be able to go into, probably Nightmare Unicorn to get rid of something that he has. And we'll have to see what else I can do from there. And I get this back at the end phase. Unless he uses it as link material. Oh, there he goes. Smart player, right? He goes for the Unicorn. Okay, so the Infinity's gone. What are you going to do? And he goes into next turn. So he definitely has a Herald, but take a look at this. Don't use the effect of it, obviously. So you're wondering why did I just do that? Well, I want to go into an access code talker because it cannot be responded to at all. And this is obviously just an inherent summon. And boom, just like that, I was able to attack for lethal without ever using a real monster effect that he can respond to. Because, it's a pretty good setup to have that in your hand. So that was nice. Here's Xingjian. I don't know if this is actually going to be meta, but a lot of people seem to think it is. This card can, fight, not only fight through Nibiru, but stop Nibiru by going into it before it ever, begins. So if you open Galaxy Soldier, definitely are going to be wanting to do something like this, because if he had this in his hand, which of course he did, that's it. It's offline now. I'm surprised he doesn't actually try to use it to get rid of one of my materials. I'm not sure. But even through all that, boom, just like that, I got it all in my hand. I only have one card in hand, though. That is unfortunate. But I want to get everything to the graveyard, get all my resources there. That's more important to me. Definitely don't want him to be drawing cards, so we'll go ahead and stop that. He goes for the Fusion Destiny, and I'm totally okay with that because now he's locked into hero monsters. Oops, because that's pretty bad for Xingjian, I would imagine. And I'm going to banish it so he can't, destroy it or anything, and that's it. I mean, that would have gone into an Access Code Talker or an Appaloosa, whatever the case may be, and that would have been the end of the game. Alright, so here's Dogmatica. I also have Sky Strikers here, so I'm going to give you a large range of stuff. Alright, when you have machine duplication, you definitely have to be feeling pretty darn good about yourself. And I'm going to go ahead and attach this so that it's unaffected by monster effects, so I can definitely get those Cyber Dragons. Oh, and this is where I learned my lesson. I think this is probably why I showed this duel. I tried to put Cyber Dragons down to 2, thinking I was really cool. But no, when you need that machine duplication to go off, so definitely play that at 3. That's my best word of advice. It's like Dogmatica Blue Eye is pretty crazy. It's not a good matchup, though, because this can't be targeted. And, yeah. I already used the effect for the attack boost, too. He can't go into the extra deck, so I don't even know if this works. I don't know if Dogmatica and Blue Eyes were meant to be together. Because I'm going to go ahead and destroy, get 3,000 burn damage there. I'm going to normal summon this to get the rest of my pieces, I would imagine. He goes for the punishment. I'm definitely going to negate. He doesn't have anything else in his hand. Alright, we can go ahead and special summon that. Go into the IP Masquerena. And I already had all the other pieces, so I'm feeling pretty good. Obviously, next turn, there is no next turn, but I could have tagged those out and used IP's effect also to get advantage off of that, which is super nice. Alright, here's Sky Strikers. He also has triple tactical talents plus the Ash. And I think he's going to try to use it here, but I do have the unauthorized reactivation, which is just bananas to be able to get advantage off of stopping your opponent's hand traps. Plus, it's all of them. It's like one of the few cards that can stop. It is like I can't think of the card now. It's coming out. Cross out Designator. But even then, you don't have to play all the cards that they're playing. It's just a blanket effect. I have Cybernetic Overflow too, so I have the 2 Omni Negates plus at least 1, 2, 3. 3 pops with Cybernetic Overflow. Can't be too mad about that. Alright, definitely don't want the multi-roll to go through, because then otherwise I can't respond to his spells and traps. I will negate that to keep all my monsters on the board. He didn't use the traditional ray, so he's not going to be able to, go into his normal Sky Striker stuff. 2 hand traps is certainly not going to be enough, as I have the negate answers for them. Plus, I can go into Chimera Tech Rampage to really end the game. Alright, let's go into, I don't know, Flundries. People, like, this could be meta, I suppose. Certainly. Maybe. It's just, I think this card loses to Ash, which obviously is why you're going to have the Call by the Grave. Maybe if this goes to 3, this deck will be a lot better, Alright, so a couple of cards there. I'm doing really well for myself. Can definitely bring that back. I'm going to be able to go into at least 2 Omni Negates. I think, yeah, I probably should have used Core's effect to search the trap. That was definitely a misplay by me, because then I would have had definitely another form of disruption. So that was a misplay for sure. I am not in favor of ever letting this go through. Obviously, there's a lot of things that can go wrong, like you may need it, but if they were to do that and they find like a Dark Ruler no more, I would never be able to live with myself at that point. Because what does he even have, Yeah, dude, it's like Harpy's Feather Storm, like that kind of stuff is super bad. Okay. He's definitely going to be able to get over the Dragoon at this point. That's going to get, reduced attack. I like to keep the Predaplant out there simply because I want to be able to use these cards. Alright, so the Harpy's Feather Duster is going to come down. He's going to banish the Cyber Dragon. Okay, no problem. And yeah, see, here's the triple tactical talents. Like, this duel is over for me, technically, or it should have been, because now I'm not going to be able to use my monster effects, but if I control it, I'll be doing pretty darn good for myself. He's going to flip these down, but I can just flip it back up, obviously. So that's pretty cool. He's going to try to negate. I'm going to go ahead and, or flip it back down again. I'm going to negate that. And I can normal summon, go into my ABC stuff, which is really neat. And I can normal summon that. Go into the IP Masquerena using his own monster. And I can get rid of the last piece in hand to go into, so I can go into Appaloosa and the ABC. Then I can go into Rampage Dragon. Certainly you can see kind of where things start to tumble on top of each other. I would have sent a Hertz, obviously, to get another form of disruption, or like another piece in my hand to, have another discard fodder, which is all cool. Alright, so we can go over everything else now. Here's Plunder Patrol. And I think I do have a Tri-Brigade duel after this. I'll show you that. Harpy's Feather Duster is obviously very, very good. This is kind of a bizarre hand to have 2 pieces plus the Naster. I'm not sure we'll end up using it. He also obviously has this Ghost Ogre. Oh, cool. You see how cool that tool was? I have no idea why that was saved. Ignore that. That was amazing. Dude, you gotta watch this guy's channel. It's only high-level stuff. Okay. I think I labeled it Bird. Yeah. I don't think this guy has enough forms of disruption. Jeez. There we go. Unihanger is the best Ash bait in the game. Plus, because once you have unauthorized reactivation with it too, I mean, you're really sitting pretty here. Because once this gets special summon, that's going to trigger Union Hanger. Just to get me more cards. Alright, so I'm going to be able to get that last piece to my hand. I already searched Cyber Repair Plant. And the great thing is that Hertz is going to obviously replace the last piece that I need. So I can get that discard fodder and keep it. Oh, but because I have Red Eyes Fusion, you go into IP Masquerena. Which is always cool because this is going to tag out. So it's not the end of the world. Like, your only option isn't, just have to go into Predaplant Verde and Anaconda, obviously. Alright, so he's used most of the cards in his hand. He's definitely going to be able to banish one of my forms of disruption. We'll see what he ends up choosing. Alright, he gets over the Infinity. I have the follow-up as Red Eyes Fusion too, so I'm probably going to end up using that. Banishing their cards, I guess, is okay. That's not the greatest thing in the world. That's okay. Alright, I'm going to destroy that. He's going to take 1900 damage. 3000 attack, 3000. So yeah, it's like, he had the Forbidden Droplets, but I have so many things you have to worry about that he's got to discard probably more cards than he wants to, with those effects. There's a couple of duels against Altergeist. To open up the repair plant is obviously very cool in case they have a hand trap exactly like that. The machine duplication is going to come down. There's nothing you can do with the second infinite impermanence just quite yet. And I can add a light machine to hand. Go ahead and use that. So the cool thing is, right, that he's definitely not going to be able to negate this Verte Anaconda at this point. And I go into the Red Eyes Fusion, going into the IP Masquerena because I can go into Appaloosa, I can go into Nightmare Unicorn, so we'll see. I do have to proctor out and use that because it has the evenly match. I certainly need that to be a thing. And I can use the ramp, go into Rampage. I did have Cyber Dragons in the graveyard, luckily at that point. And that would have been lethal. So that was pretty cool to be able to do that. I'm sure he's going to be going first this time. And I have the Lightning Storm, super important card. It's still really expensive, unfortunately. It's kind of annoying to me, to be honest with you. But I don't think that's where the structure deck that it's come out in has come out yet. And here's the thing, right? Going second, this deck is just as good. I mean, there's just so many powerful cards. All right, that's going to get destroyed. I still have the unauthorized reactivation, so we're still chugging along, especially because I'm going to be able to chain sequence this so that I can get the first piece in my hand first and then special summon it and then go into the Red Eyes Fusion. So that is pretty neat. Or I can go into Rampage, although I don't think I had the requisite pieces. But I would have been sitting pretty with a lot of forms of disruption. Okay, here's Dark Magicians. I think he's going to be going first. Whenever you play this deck, you think they're probably just going to go into Dragoon Pass. But I did have the answer for it ultimately if he did have that, which is pretty cool. Okay, I'm going to want to be able to special summon. I'm probably going to go into a B here. B's going to special summon to go into Verte Anaconda, I'm guessing. Although, yeah, that's probably cool. Honestly, probably the better form of whatever I was doing here is to go into Infinity first, just in case he had the Nibiru. He didn't, but that's okay. So this is a pretty nice display. I mean, just being able to have all these cards, to be able to assemble a board like this through core, through your pieces with Union Hanger, with unauthorized reactivation. It's all about the creativity, of the deck and how comfortable you are using it. All right, looks like we're coming down to the end here. I think I have Out Emancipators, and probably that's it. Here is 6 Samurai. Pretty awesome. I don't know if he ends up going into... Oh, I think he does have one... this is a true 6 Samurai deck. One of the cards is okay. I think it negates spells and traps. Whenever I see Verte Anaconda, I get real nervous. There we go. That's okay. That's why I play Kaijus. To be able to get through stuff like that. Alright, it's pretty cool to have Cyber Dragons. Obviously, just good for Link fodder going second. I can get rid of that, go over his Spell and Trap negate, and now my plays are super duper free. So I was able to break that board pretty easily, obviously. Alright, Nova, bring a card back. Infinity. I can take his Verte Anaconda, why not? And yeah, that definitely would have been lethal after that because these two would have gone into Verte. Or I guess I actually even had the Overload Fusion in my hand, so I could have gone into Red Eyes Fusion, then this. Not that it was ever necessary at all. I think this is probably the Blue Eyes again, yeah. Okay, we'll see if I can end up winning this duel. Obviously, the Lightning Storm came in clutch last time, but this is probably another good example of the triple tactical talents. Probably end up using it to draw 2 this time, I'm guessing. Just to see if I can get into a Lightning Storm or something like that. So he has a Monster Negate and 3 back row. Okay, so he's going to go ahead and start the negation there. I can use now the effect of the Galaxy Soldier. He's going to, I think, lock me out of the extra deck at this point. So I'm a bit in survival mode, to be honest with you. So let's see what I can draw into. Another triple tactical talent. How amazing. Yeah, I think I'm doing okay for now. He's definitely going to be able to destroy my board, but this is actually a form of disruption, so that's not too bad. I'm going to be able to banish it to special summon a Cyber Dragon, and it could be an Aster. Oh, it's actually going to be a Hertz because it counts as a level 5 when it's special summon, so that's pretty important. Dogmatic Punishment's going to come down. Okay, so he's going to use this. The Nis comes down to destroy. I can use triple tactical talents again. I draw into another triple tactical talents. Come on now. We got to be better than this. Alright, that goes into Infinity. Affinity's going to be Solemn Strike. That can go into a Natcher to bring back another Cyber Dragon. Go into the Seeger, so like I can get over, all of his cards. We're working with something here. He still has the ultimate Creature of Destruction. Interesting. All right, so I feel pretty comfortable about busting through his Disruption, although I'm sure he still has one more kind of powerful one here. He'll probably save it for the ABC Dragon Buster. There we go. So I wanted to proctor that out, but I'm pretty sure I now have all the pieces, which is cool. I can discard that to banish his back row. And yeah, you could target one machine. Oh, no, okay. Wouldn't it be cool if you could target the ABC Dragon Buster, make it 6,000 attack? No, that'd be too good. All right, I think that's it. So, oh, no, I didn't show out Emancipators yet. One more. And this is, again, this is a really awkward hand. I have two of my Red Eyes engines. I don't even know where I end up taking this. Yeah, I guess if you have two pieces, like, you're kind of set to go somehow, even though it doesn't seem like it's going to be that way. All right, ABC, Red Eyes. And this guy, whenever I play out Emancipators, I always think, I'm not going to negate the Researcher. What is he going to draw? Or what is he going to reveal? Kwaku Miru? Yes, every single time that they do. It never fails. Ugh. So now, like, my negate's kind of offline. I got to make sure I use this at a really strategic spot. He has two of them now. I don't even think they're once per turn. Just because. I mean, why not? All right, here goes. He goes for the Granite. He's going to go for the Krishan Halley 5 Rex. All right. I definitely want to, like, banish this. I don't want him to have, like, good link material on the field. Because I didn't know at the time if he was going to go into a Despot 001, honestly. So that was kind of, like, my big worry. I thought he was going to try to combo through, like, crazy. He ended up not doing that, but I have a whole lot of defense now. And I don't think they're playing, like, Power Tool Dragon or something. That would be nuts. This is the Prank Kids version of it, too. I know this is, like, really popular. 3 of these are going to get bounced to my hand, if I'm not mistaken. That just kind of helps me out. I don't know. I'm going to be able to add these to your hand. Special summon them back. Have more defense. So he's going to go into Appaloosa, but I do have the ABC Dragon Buster. I think I'm just going to go straight into it. After maybe using the material for IP Masquerada. Just to have that really nice form of disruption after I banish a card. Alright, I definitely don't want the Dropsies to go through because I don't want them to go into Link 1 and combo off. So I'm going to prevent that from happening. It's like really one of the best forms of disruption against Brain Kids, in my opinion. And there we go. That would have been a 4-mat Appaloosa with all these monsters in his hand, which obviously wouldn't have been good enough because I can just go into the ABC Dragon Buster again next turn. Alright, that is both of those videos today. They're kind of long, but a large range, a little more competitive. So again, I think this deck also can compete, although it loses a lot harder to Dark Ruler more than Raid Raptor does. So I actually give the edge to Raid Raptors, if you can believe that. But both of them are still super fun. Both of them are still super legitimate strategies. Other than that, that's going to do it for today's video, and I'll see you guys next time.